Okay guys, welcome back to the supplement review. Now, those of you that have been around the channel for a while will remember when we reviewed this. Now, this is Nuclear Pump. It was the first product from the guys at Peak Performance Labs, which is a Canadian brand. It was one of my favorite products. It was a non-stimulant pre-workout that you could actually feel due to the high doses of nootropics. Peak Performance Labs followed up this product with this. This was the original Nuclear Pre. And to be honest, it was kind of underwhelming. Now, this was supposed to be an all-in-one formula, but it didn't hit very hard. The nootropic element really wasn't there, and it was just generally kind of average. But when I heard that Peak Performance Labs were reformulating Nuclear Pre from scratch and coming back with a brand new iteration, I was really excited. The initial reviews coming out of Canada all looked good, and when they offered to send me a tub, I jumped at the chance to review it. Now, this is the all-new Peak Performance Labs Nuclear Pre 2.0. They've completely redesigned the packaging and they've completely redesigned the formula. Now, as always, we've got a panel of independent testers who are going to try this. I've used this for a week, and we've even got a formula breakdown from Richard Foster, owner of Strom Sports Nutrition. So he's going to look at the formula from an analytical formulator's point of view. But first, let's start with our public testers. What did they have to say about the new reformulated Nuclear Pre?
So Tariq's been kind enough to send out the new Nuclear Pre 2.0 here to try. Mixes really well. Tastes alright, nothing bad. So be interested to see how we get on with this.
Lollipop flavour, it's all mixed and ready to go, and let's see how it tastes. It's not the worst taste wise. It definitely is quite a milky type consistency to it. Even with quite a fair bit of water for the serving size, it does mix up a bit thicker than a normal pre-workout.
So today we have the new Nuclear Pre in lollipop flavour. Actually don't know anything about this, but let's give it a go. Yeah, smells terrible, but I swallowed, so it can't be bad. Okay.
So mixed well. The flavour apparently was supposed to be lollipop. It wasn't pleasant, I didn't like it one bit. It was quite powdery at the end, it was like a powdery chalky texture and a weird aftertaste that was not pleasant.
So the taste is amazing. I'm not even sure what flavour I had, but it was really, really good. Mix again, exactly the same. I'd give both a 10 out of 10. Mixes straight away, no clumps, no grit in between your teeth or things like that. There's no horrible aftertaste, so yeah, it is pretty good.
Alright fuckers, today I'm trying out the Nuclear Pre-workout. Just grab me some water, clean off. You've got to stir it with a knife, it doesn't fucking work, does it? Texture's great. Taste is fucking great. Looks like fucking combo.
Energy, nice, real good clean focus, and got me through the workout, so I can't ask for any more than that. Also, no crashing after either of the sessions, which for me is a massive bonus, as I really don't enjoy that side of it. In respect to the pump, really nice, impressive pump. Quads today literally felt like they were sort of going to blow up on me. Really good solid pump from that. Is one that I would use. For me, it's still, taste isn't offensive, it is just very bland. But it's, the consistency does mix a bit thicker than normal pre-workout, so I think once you get past that, you're fine. But yeah, good solid pre-workout.
I really liked it. I really liked the focus, the performance and the energy from it. Definitely one, if I can get hold of it, I'll definitely get it.
All right, well, that was nice. Kind of really high and hyper and super strong, like a superhero. And then I crashed. A couple of exercises left from the end of my session. Massively crashed and couldn't stop yawning. Increased on pretty much everything though. So fuck the crash. Thumbs up from me.
Effect wise, it kicked in pretty quick. I got a lot of energy from it, but it also made me feel quite nauseous and a bit bloated, which didn't go until towards the end of my session. So it's quite annoying having to sort of take a minute here or there just to let my stomach settle down a bit. Not ideal. So performance suffered because of that. So for me, unfortunately, this one's a no.
The concentration is good, so I've had it for 2 days. My first day was a heavy deadlift and pull, and then today was just sort of a lighter chest session. And I have to say it is good for the pump on your lighter workouts. Concentration on both days was really good, especially when you're doing long sessions like your 2.5 hour stints. And there was sort of, the fatigue was managed well as well on both days. Despite I did heavy and light, I didn't feel any different in regards to my body. So that was pretty good. And there's also no crash as well, which has been nice on 2 days because I've had things to do, so it's nice not to feel like an absolute flake afterwards. My only concern is it's just not stimulating enough for my sort of training, so I'm very heavy on compounds, so my central nervous system takes a beating. It's just not got the oomph there for the big lifts. Because the taste is actually insane, I'd push it up to a 6 and definitely look at taking it for lighter bodybuilding style workouts if you've got a bit of volume to hit but it's nice and light and you want to just sort of stay focused. It is pretty good for that.
What I thought of it was good. It's very easy to drink. Some of those drinks can be fucking like drinking horse piss, but this was easy. Even though it did look like a glass of cum, it was actually nice. I did get really good sessions on it. The same day I had a hard session, like I'm getting ready for UK Strongest Man. So the session was tough and I would 100% recommend it.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. So that's what the public had to say. I took this for a week and I genuinely really enjoyed this. I think the trick to making it up is not to have too much water in, around 200 mils, and this was one of the best tasting pre-workouts I've ever had. Properly tasted like those sort of cheap fizzy Candy Crush sweets, Palm Violets or Love Hearts, that kind of thing. I really enjoyed the taste of this. But what's in it? For that, we turn to Richard Foster, owner of Strom Sports Nutrition, to break down the formula.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Richard Foster from Strom Sports Nutrition, and today Tariq has asked me to break down Nuclear Pre by Peak Performance Labs. Now, looking at their pump product, Nuclear Pump, there is a larger than I expected degree of crossover between their stimulant product and their pump product. That's not a bad thing. MV Pre kind of has a similar thing. So I would suspect that this will be a very good pump product on its own, as well as stacked alongside Nuclear Pump. In terms of things in here that we are not supposed to use in the UK, agmatine sulfate is classed as a novel food. PEA, phenylethyl dimethylamine, synephrine, hordenin is questionable, and huperzine is, well, we're not supposed to use that either, but again, some people seem to get away with it. So they all kind of, they're all stimulant nootropic type ingredients. So that's what you'll get with a product like this that you won't get with a British product. You'll get a stimulatory sensory experience that you won't get with a compliant product. In terms of the other ingredients, they're all kind of what you would get in something over here. So working our way down from the top to the bottom, 8 grams of citrulline. That's not citrulline malate, that's straight L-citrulline. Generally considered superior. Personally, I like malic acid in a performance-based product, but there's a good degree of preference. So 8,000 milligrams is real top end, particularly in a stim product. 3.2 grams of butyramine, so clinical. This is, I'm going off the doses at 2 scoops, I'll point out. 2,500 milligrams of betaine anhydrous, 2,000 milligrams of glycosize. Now, glycosize is an osmolyte, pulls fluid into the muscle cells. 2,000 milligrams of straight L-tyrosine, 1,500 milligrams of taurine, 1,000 milligrams of agmatine sulfate. Now, agmatine sulfate is traditionally considered a pump ingredient. It does, however, at high doses have a nootropic effect, and at very high doses a painkiller effect. Ornithine HCl at 1,000 milligrams, it helps with performance again. Rhodelia rosea at 400 milligrams, it's an adaptogen, can help prevent fatigue. 350 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, it's a good dose. I generally consider anything that's over 400 milligrams of caffeine, you start to see some more negatives than you do positives in most people. Anything under kind of 2, you won't touch the sides of a lot of people. What you've got to understand, because a lot of people look at a stimulant-based pre and they read the caffeine content and think that's the stimulant. Certainly in this product, it is not the primary driver of stimulant. It's not the primary driver of stimulation in this product. 200 milligrams of NeuroPEA. Now, NeuroPEA I haven't used. They claim that it's an Araya durensis extract, yielding a patented and standardized phenylethyl dialamine. I've used PEAs, I haven't used this particular one, but you would expect it to just be more consistent than a standard PEA. They can They can make you very focused, very zoned in. 60 milligrams of synephrine. Now, synephrine, you will get some synephrine in some UK products under the label of bitter orange peel extract. Pure synephrine is a lot stronger, and it's the hydrochloride version, HCl version, so it'll hit harder. That's very closely related to the old school kind of ephedrine stimulants. It's a very clean stimulant. I actually prefer synephrine to a lot of the things that we have to use over here because it's very consistent, it's very clean. I would caution about using it close to bedtime. 60 milligrams on that, good dose. 50 milligrams of hordenine. It's kind of, again, a stimulant-y, focusy, euphoric type ingredient. Same with huperzine. Huperzine is great for a sense of well-being. 10 milligrams of black pepper extract. Again, black pepper extract, there is a huge degree of preference with this. Black pepper inhibits an enzyme in your urinary tract that removes these compounds from your system. So by doing that, you make them last for longer. I don't like black pepper in a pre-workout because you may well take it late at night, and again, you're going to extend the length of that product, but that's a preference thing. I'm not saying it's the wrong way to do it, it's just not the way I like to do it. So I would expect this product to be very strong, but not to the point of unusable. You know, there are products out there like Edge of Insanity that will just fuck you up. They're like drugs. This shouldn't be like that. This I would expect to have a good degree of focus. You'll be on the higher end of the stimulant spectrum, but there's nothing there that's going to make you a jittery mess. If the product were in the UK, I would probably use it on a Saturday session where I'm training in the day myself. The only real detractor from it, which is not the fault of the brand, is that it's not compliant, so I can't sell it. And I wish I could, because it's very different to anything that we do.
Okay, thank you very much, Rick. So you've heard from the public, you've heard from the formulator. Now I took this for a week and I'll give you my thoughts. I really genuinely enjoyed training on this. I had some big sessions, so I pulled 8 sets of triples at 185 for deadlifts, followed by RDLs, and it got me all the way through my session. I've had some amazing hypertrophy volume type workouts where I've done just set after set after set of arms. Personally, I think the pump on this is phenomenal. Now, it's not a hit you in the face kind of stim like Atomic Bomb or maybe even MV Pre 2.0. It's a little bit more subtle, but the energy that it gives you is really, really good. It's really clean, and I actually enjoyed this. Even as a stim junkie, this ticked all of the boxes for me. It's good because you don't need a separate pump product. The pump profile in this is just so good that it stands up on its own. The only downside for the British market is the fact that this, with shipping from Canada, is £40 before you even start looking at import charges. I think this is too expensive to bring into the UK because on top of that, you've got to add the import charges. But as soon as the British retailers start picking this up and it becomes readily available in the UK, it's gonna be one to watch out for. It's not a UK compliant formula, so it may only be available in limited places. But now, leaving aside the 1 scoop, 2 scoop thing, this is definitely a 2 scoop product. There's no point even putting the 1 scoop doses on here. But if you do manage to get your hands on one, I would recommend this. So who would I recommend this for? I think if you're somebody who enjoys high stim, but perhaps the subtler side of high stim, then you may enjoy this. If you find products like Atomic Bomb just a little bit too much and you're looking to rein it in slightly, I'd recommend this highly. If you can get it in the UK and you don't have to pay sort of 50, 60 pounds a tub, I would really strongly recommend giving this a go. I really enjoyed training on it. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Overall, I would put it here only because of the cost. I think once this is picked up and available readily in the UK, it will be climbing a few places, and what I'll do is revisit the leaderboard once that happens. Strength-wise, I'm going to put it up here. Personally, I think it hit really hard. It's a little bit more subtle than some of the in-your-face stims, but I still enjoy training on it nonetheless. I would do a big session on this, maybe not a max effort PB session. Now, in conclusion, this was genuinely one of the best products that I've tried for a long time. It's something that I really enjoyed taking. It just needs to be readily available in the UK before I can recommend it to everybody because of the cost of shipping and then also the import charges on top of that. But it may never become readily available in the UK because, as Rick pointed out, it is a non-UK compliant formula. I want to give a massive thank you to the guys at Peak Performance Labs for sending me this tub. I've really enjoyed testing this, and I'm really glad to see the brand back on top. So thank you very much for checking out this review, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.